What's up, everybody? We're just getting the show out there. No, yeah, get the show out there first.
How's everybody doing? File in here, baby. We got Texans QB Joe Webb.
Hey-o.
He's probably been on your fantasy team at one point or another.
He's been on my Madden squad before.
No big deal.
Oh, yeah.
AFC South preview. And we got some special stuff in the after hours, too, as well. Oh,
Yeah,
by the way, we got to
All-Star
figure out
Week.
which LA squad's better. Spoiler alert, it rhymes with blippers.
I don't know, man. I don't know. They're both making moves.
Yes, they are.
File on in here, everybody. Big Play Beats getting the show out there. We're going to start here in about 30 seconds.
Big Play Beats looks like the Big Play store threw up all over him.
And then time traveled back to the 80s.
Right.
We'll get him on camera. He's got full sweatsuit, Big Play apparel.
He's just doing Jane Fonda videos over there. He's
That's
a
right.
maniac.
All right, I think we're ready to roll, right?
I am.
Hit me
know-
with some music, Michael. We got Joe Webb coming on
Ladies
here in
and
about...
gentlemen,
Oh, I
please
forgot about
take
this
your
guy.
seats. The show is about to begin. Are you ready to go?
There he is. My buddy. Welcome to the Big Play Podcast. Today is still July 10th.
Right.
Wednesday, 2019. I am your host, Big Play Dave, alongside my main man from the top ropes, the Big Play J.
Hey, Mac, what's happening, brother? How are you?
I am doing well.
All-Star Week. We had fun, didn't we?
We had a blast.
Now you got to put up with us. So,
Huh?
well, they'd all-stars here, and
Oh,
here we
yeah.
are.
Shout out to Nick. Nick Fedone still hanging out in the
Yeah,
studio.
there he is. Right.
That's right. You
He's
can't
in a-
believe we're on the 35th floor.
Yeah,
Can't believe it.
pretty high up.
Yep.
My nose is going to bleed here any
That's
second.
right. Hey, we were a little bit late, so let's get right into this show. So tonight on the Big Play Podcast, we've got the 2-minute drill, fastest 2 minutes in sports coming right at you. Yeah, we got hell no, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We got an AFC South preview. We're bringing on Joe Webb, backup quarterback for those Houston Texans. Can't wait to chat with him. But before we get into any of that, as we do every week on the Big Play Podcast, it is time for the secret ingredient fueling today's show.
Today's secret ingredient is
Scallop! Mushroom! Pizza dough! Hamburger!
today's secret ingredient is
Oh, Davey Mac.
Yes.
This is a repeat offender, maybe because we like it. This is Elysian Space Dust. Great description, one of our best ever.
I remember this bottle.
The hopping is pure Starglow energy with Chinook to bitter and late and dry additions of Citra and Amarillo.
Oh, this is the 8.2er.
It is the 8.2er. Thank
I
God we
remember.
have one.
Baby sips.
Yeah, that Chinook really takes it to me.
That's right.
That's a Chinook hangover, Dave. Wow. You're going to McDonald's first thing in the morning after that.
That's right. Give me a clink.
Give me that Pedialyte.
And give me a transition. Let's get going. Hit it, Michael. Hit it. There we go. Nope, that's not a transition, but that's okay. It's okay, Michael. Don't worry about it.
2-minute
Jay, kick it
drill.
off.
Yep, the U.S. women defeated the Netherlands 2-0 to win the Women's World Cup. This is their 4th Cup victory for the American women and the 2nd straight.
USA.
With the exit of Paul George to the Clippers via trade, the question lingers, where does Russell Westbrook go from here? Sources are now saying that Russ and the Thunder have discussed his future and the possibility of a trade before the season is on the table.
This is going to happen.
Matthew Wolff, who recently won an NCAA golf title, sank a 26-footer for the Fringe to beat a very talented field at the 3M Open.
Well done.
The American League defeated the National League 4-3 in the All Star Game here in Cleveland, Ohio. The Indians' own Shane Bieber won the MVP.
Yeah, baby.
Yep.
Let's love it. People will always remember that tribute to Carlos Carrasco.
Absolutely.
That's right. Let's keep it going. The Miami Dolphins, Kendrick Norton, had to have his arm amputated as a result of a car crash early Thursday morning, according to his agent. Norton signed with the Dolphins and was expected to compete for a roster spot.
Get well, buddy.
Right? Shortly after the news that Kawhi Leonard would be joining the other LA team, the Lakers signed free agent center Boogie Cousins. Rondo will also be returning on a 2-year deal.
Great combo in 2016, Dave.
That's right. Former Patriot great and current ESPN analyst Teddy Bruschi gave a very positive update this week that he's recovering well from that stroke.
Get well soon, my man.
That's right. Angels catcher Jonathan Lucroy was sent to the hospital after a home plate collision with Astros Jake Marisnick. Lucroy was evaluated for a possible concussion and a broken nose.
Ugly. MLB needs to look into that.
Yeah. After 10 solid seasons with the Lions and Texans, safety Glover Quinn has called it quits. Quinn was a Pro Bowler in 2014, also will be remembered as the great mentor and figure in the Detroit community.
Yeah, he's done a lot there, staple in that community. Great work, Dave. Look at that. 6 seconds. We were behind 6 seconds. Still made it. Look at that. Pew, 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 pew.
Nailed it.
Play it.
We're getting good at that.
We are getting good at that. You know who else is the Clippers, Dave?
Oh, that they
I
are.
want to get into this Clippers blockbuster trade later on in the show, but you mentioned the additions of Rondo and Boogie. What LA squad are you most optimistic about going into this season?
I mean, I think it has to be the Clippers. Lakers, they look good on paper. You got AD, you got Boogie Cousins. They've played together before.
They have.
Wasn't with LeBron, but
yeah, New Orleans.
Yeah,
had a decent year.
Yeah, they were okay. They're okay. I don't know. I think you have to go with the Clippers. I mean, who's going to play defense with the Lakers?
No one. Who's going to guard a guard?
You're right.
That's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, what defender is going to lock down Steph or Harden in the playoffs?
No one.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've got some issues here. Clippers roster, I love this dude. Lou Williams. You got Kawhi. You got Paul George. You got Patrick Beverly. That's not bad offense and defense.
Absolutely. Those
I don't see them losing.
No, that's probably the best defensive trio in the league right there.
I think you're right, man. I really
one.
think
the
so.
Three Amigos? No.
No, not really.
Them.
So you mentioned OKC. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's move on to them. Where the heck do they go from here?
Oof, and I wouldn't be surprised if Westbrook's traded before the season even begins, to be honest with you guys. You look at some potential suitors. The Knicks are still out there, haven't made a splash. That would be a perfect Knick fit, wouldn't it? The Heat shown interest. Him and Jimmy Butler could be combustible in all the right ways. I like that one. The Pistons,
Yeah.
Hornets, too, as well. You got to remember the Hornets are an MJ team. He's an MJ guy in that brand. So, it's all about relationships. Our man Scoop B talked about that. I
MJ
wouldn't be
lost
surprised.
Kemba.
So we'll see about that. But, yeah, I think that the OKC front office, Dave, they're secretly like, it's like the relative who came for Christmas, and you're like, well, I'm glad they're here, but they just stay a day too long. You're like, oh, God.
Yeah.
We like this guy, but we're paying him a lot. He doesn't get us past the first round. That's a problem. They had to rebuild. And they got the best bounty that anyone's ever gotten before in a trade. So I think they're very well positioned. I would have said the Pelicans before this week, but they're the best positioned team for the future at this point.
Really?
Looking forward to it,
Really?
man. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Interesting. Michael, any take on that 2-minute drill? we got to get you. I didn't put you on yet. Hold on.
Look at him.
Let me.
I'm surprised. I'm a walking billboard right now.
He's a maniac.
Where's Big Play
maniac.
Beats? There he is. Oh, look at him.
Wow.
Do you know
he's
why the
merched
maroon
out.
today?
You look like you're going to go lift weights in like a 1980s gym.
Do I have like those socks with the 2 stripes at my calf high and really short shorts right now?
Oh, yeah, you do.
No, that's not right. I'm actually wearing the Big Play pants too.
Wow.
Yeah, and the shirt and the hat. The only thing I don't have is boxers.
That's a lot of Big Play gear.
Yeah, we need to get some drawers on.
You got the American flag, too, on the hats? Look
Yeah, I
at
didn't take it off. I kept
What a
it.
patriot.
Crushing
Well,
it.
This guy.
I crushed some other.
Why'd you go
versions of the
maroon?
Flag. Oh, because it's 44 days until Colgate plays Villanova opening day.
Oh, Colgate, give us the retweet. He
There it
talked
is.
about it.
I was
There
the old
it is.
44. They're not going to retire that jersey for me, though.
No?
No.
They should.
Maybe as a media personality
Maybe that's definitely better than my football
when
career.
you're 80.
If you're in the NBA, you notice everyone got their jerseys retired this week. I thought Brian Scalabrine was going to get his jersey raised.
Dude,
I love Scalabrine.
I do too. He's great in
have
the
you
Big
seen
Three.
he got a big burn. He got a lot of burn this week in the Big Three.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were playing one of the bigs, and he had to just go and bang with them.
Love it.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Scalabrine. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Great pasta dish, too, Scalabrine.
There's this new company I saw out on Twitter, and it's called a Cameo. And it's like celebrities you text them what you want them to say in a video, and they'll say it for you.
Yeah, yeah.
And Scalabrine's on there.
Oh, yes.
And it's like $40 for you can tell them to say whatever. I was thinking maybe get him on here.
True story. So Ric Flair was on there at one point, and I couldn't go to Big Play Beats bachelor party, and I looked into getting him a shout out for his bachelor party, and it was like $500, and I just didn't love him that much, so I didn't do it.
Fair enough. Big Play Beats. Out of all those teams we talked about in the NBA, which are you most excited to see? Are you happy the balance restoration in the NBA is kind of back?
Oh, I'm pumped. I absolutely love that Kawhi Leonard went to the Clippers.
Yeah.
I think he actually is now putting a premium back on the defense side of the ball because you don't have this one team that everyone is just trying to load up on.
Right.
Or if their teams realize they don't have a shot to compete with them, they are just dumping and setting themselves up for when they broke up. Now it's even. I mean, there are no teams that are just absolutely that much better than everybody else. I really can't wait to see these playoffs as long as there's no crazy injuries or anything.
Isn't it crazy how it only took one off season for that to happen? Like, the shift in power in the NBA is insane.
It is, and I mean, this is something we've known though. The talented guys at the top of the league, they really run the league at the end of the day.
There was something interesting I found this week, Dave. So last year, going into the NBA season, there were only 3 teams that had plus 3,000 odds to win the title, right? So kind of like a puncher's chance. This year, there's 11. So people want to complain about, there's all the parity in the NBA. Oh.
Right.
There's never been more.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I can't wait. If people complain after this year that the NBA is not a good product, it's only one team, they're not fans at that point.
No.
They're just not watching good basketball. This is going to be an
There's 8
exciting
teams.
season.
How many teams? There's like 8 teams you could make a legitimate statement.
In the
Could
East,
win a title.
Right? In the East, you have, maybe not this year, but Brooklyn.
Yeah.
You have Philly. You have the Bucks.
I'm excited for Brooklyn.
Depending on where Westbrook goes, that could be an exciting team down in South Beach. You have the Lakers, the Clippers. Portland, I actually quietly like them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and then you also have, Utah, Denver, and the Rockets? I mean, James Harden is having an incredible year after year.
It'll be worth watching basketball this year.
All year
Even
long.
though we were all wrong about the finals.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Hindsight, injuries. But
yeah, you can't predict those types of injuries. The Warriors somehow escaped the injury bug year after year, or Iguodala gets healthy at the right time the year prior, things like that. You just can't predict that.
Let's talk some football. What do you say?
Let's do it. Yeah. Our
Mike,
guest is
can you
coming
hit
in
me
here
with a
shortly.
transition?
Yep.
Seamless. Fantastic. It's time to talk some AFC South.
Yes, fun division, my man.
That it is.
Woo-wee. Yeah.
All right, Jaybird. We're going to kick it off with... Should we start with the Houston Texans?
Yeah.
You want to do it?
The champs? Why the hell not?
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give you a true or false for the Texans, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
All right, the Texans rebound from their early playoff bounce last year and make a deep playoff run in 2019. True or false?
Say false, my man.
Really?
Yeah, so they had a very odd offseason.
What, Joe Webb cancel on us or something?
No, he's just an hour behind. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if you think about it, they gave up 62 sacks last season, Dave, and didn't really do much to fix their main problem. That was obviously their offensive line. And they needed depth in the running back position after those injuries. Of course, our Buddy Howell took care of some of that. So
Love
thanks, my man.
Buddy Howell.
Hope you're
Shout
doing
out
well.
Buddy Howell.
I just didn't get it why, when you looked at this offseason, why didn't they trade up and get Andre Dillard? So
That's fair.
Two of their top 3 picks were O-line. You know, and Max Sharping, who's a good pick, but you know that's really the best upgrade they've made at tackle. And Titus Howard's another tackle out of Alabama State, a small school guy, so you don't know exactly what he's capable of. Not much on film there.
Sometimes those guys really pan out, though.
Yeah. On
They do.
defense, they brought in Bradley Roby from Denver. Tayshaun Gibson, of course, maybe a little past his lighter years, but still a
He's
great
still a good
safety.
player. Yeah, very
Absolutely.
serviceable.
Yeah, can they really replace the Honey Badger? I don't know that, my friend. We will see. They got a tough schedule, and you're going to see this throughout this division, Dave. They've got the fourth toughest, according to last year's winning percentage of .527. Listen to these games.
Fourth toughest for the Texans. Wow.
All their non-conference away games are away. They're tough ones. So week 1, they start at New Orleans. Week 3, at LA Chargers. Week 6, at Kansas City. They're at Baltimore on week 11. And, they get to play a team at home finally on week 13. It's the Patriots.
Yeesh.
That's a rough one.
That's brutal.
So Vegas gives them 3-1 odds, which is second best of all these teams we're going
For
to
what,
talk
the
about,
division?
to win the division.
Okay.
They've got them over under at 8.5. I'm going between 8 and 9. I think
Yeah.
they're a 9-win team.
How many 9-win teams do we have this year?
Most.
We've been breaking down the divisions.
Yeah,
There's no clear favorites. We're talking about the NBA.
parity right
Right?
there. The
Yeah.
NFL is spread out. It was a fun offseason for that, and it's great. But another team that's going to be 9 to 10 wins and will be in the mix.
I think they got 10 wins in them.
Okay.
I think they got 10.
Yeah.
Big Play Beats, what do you think for the Texans?
I'm a little down on them just because
Really?
I'm all about the offensive line. You have to upgrade that. If you have a couple rookies who have to come in and play, they better be surefire hits.
True.
So I'm a little concerned there. That's the only reason. Other than that, I think they're pretty balanced, but that's, I think, the most important position.
Right.
in
Talented
football.
roster.
Yeah,
that's
I
for
think
sure.
they're a really good team. I think they'll win 10. If Joe Webb starts a game, I think 11.
Oh, no doubt.
Right?
No doubt. Just name him the starter right now.
Do it. Just do it.
Hey, let's talk about a team that's having fun, Dave, and that's the Indianapolis
Oh, we
Colts.
don't have that.
Do we have that sound clip? No?
Oh,
boo,
man.
boo.
So
Put it in the
despite a
notes.
relatively quiet offseason, the Colts
Yeah.
are primed to make a run at the AFC South title in 2019. True or false, David?
I would say true. You look at the free agency, Chris Ballard, he's had his ups and downs over the years. He had $100 million in cap space. He didn't go crazy. Got some value contracts for that's kind of what you got to do for a small market
That's what
team.
they do.
Build
Yeah.
around Andrew Luck.
Respect it.
So they get Devin Funchess.
Yeah.
Years ago, not that many years ago, but a lot of people, when he came out of college, this was going to be the guy.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to be a top 5 receiver in the league. Didn't really work out with Cam Newton. Could be a different story here. Resurgence of his career, we shall see.
You mean an accurate passer might help him, Dave?
Wow, Cam shot. Interesting.
Well, his shoulder was off the limb. So,
Right? Yeah, he played through it. Good for you, Cam. Defense, Justin Houston.
Yeah, beast on the edge.
Right.
That'll be
great pickup. And the draft, they flipped 9 picks into 10, 5 trades.
Yeah.
Ballard was super, super productive there. A lot of experts gave him an A+ for their draft.
fun. Agreed.
So you look at the strength of schedule for this team, 7th toughest, over 500 winning percentage for their opponents here. Tough non-conference games. They're all away. Okay, so you've got they're at the Chargers. You always love the Chargers.
Go Chargers.
You
Remember
love the
Arnold?
Chargers.
Give us a
balanced.
go Chargers. Remember when he did that?
The Chargers are fantastic. Rubber baby buggy bumpers.
That's what he was-
Uncle Phil is going to get 1,000,000 touchdowns in California.
What if Arnold, quick question, if he wears
Yeah.
a bolo tie during the game, are they Super Bowl bound?
Yeah, 16-0.
You didn't say it in his voice. Do it again. Arnold, if he wears a bolo tie, are they Super Bowl bound?
A bolo tie. I think if he wears the bolo tie, I think they make it to the Super Bowl.
Love it.
Moving from the Chargers, they got Kansas City. A lot of unknowns in Kansas City. They're still going to be a really good team. And then they're at Pittsburgh. Jay, we know you love Pittsburgh. I think that's going to be a really tough game against them. I think that's week 9. Okay, and then you've got at New Orleans kind of rounding out the year, week 15. That's a really, really tough schedule. Okay,
Yeah.
especially all away. They're 9.5 is the over-under. Okay, for them on the win-loss. Oh, God, I think they're going to have fun. We had Oliver Luck on. He was talking about Andrew Luck. He's ready. He's healthy. I think this is another 10-win team. This is going to be a really, really tight playoff race between the Texans and the Colts.
Yeah. This is a fun season, Dave. It's a lot harder to say who's going to be bad. What teams besides the Dolphins You figure the Cardinals. There's not a lot of really bad teams.
Yeah,
Even someone like the Bengals might be competitive, at least on paper.
Jaguars.
Well, they've got BD Nick. Come on now.
Hey, yo, big dick
Come on
Nick.
now. Let's get there.
Let's talk some Jacksonville Jaguars. I think we already talked about the cream of the crop of this division.
Macho Man? Yeah.
Jacksonville Jaguars, Jaybird, true or false? The acquisition of Nick Foles will rejuvenate a more balanced Jags squad in 2019, helping them compete in the AFC South.
Not yet. So I'm going to say false on that. So
Okay.
They had very limited cap space this offseason, but they upgraded, made some smart moves, especially around the offensive side. We mentioned Foles, of course. Chris Conley comes in, too, as well as wide receiver. Jeff Swaim, the tight end. He had that wrist surgery and missed the last 5 weeks of the season, so we don't know what to expect about him, but we'll see. Juwan Taylor, too, as well, comes over.
Great
via
pick.
The draft, yeah.
Yep.
Huge offensive tackle, so that'll be a nice protector for Nick. They've got a tough go of it. They've got the third toughest schedule according to last year's winning
So
percentage.
we've broken down so many teams thus far in the year.
Yeah.
How is this division have such a tough schedule compared to the other ones?
Well, obviously they're set way in advance.
Sure.
So you know, like the non-conference schedules are set usually 4 to 5 years in advance, and you didn't exactly know that teams like back then KC was pretty average, right?
yeah,
So
fair,
yeah.
fair enough, fair enough.
Or the Chargers, God, who are they? They were a quarterback.
True,
Yeah.
very true.
So here's their non-conference games. KC at home in week 1. That's fun.
Right.
Week 14, they got the Chargers and at home too as well. So that's another tough one.
Jeez.
But yeah, it's just brutal, man. We'll see. Vegas has them at 9-2 to win that division. Over under 8 wins. I'm saying they're like a 7-win team.
Yeah,
I
you
would
going
say this
under?
is a safe one to say under. Yeah.
You
Just-
betting it under?
I will.
Yeah. All right, I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I like Nick Foles.
Nick Foles 5 or Big Dick Nick. Do you think it's a different guy? Like at home, he's been Nick Foles 5. He's
Is that your
"She's
nickname for him?
breaking up."
What'd
Yeah.
you call him? The Magic?
Nick the
Magic Foles?
Yeah, that kind of ran out.
It ran its course.
It did.
Yeah, I think maybe 6 or 7 wins.
Yeah.
Or a Super Bowl with Nick Foles. Who knows?
Right.
One of the two.
He'll just rise up. Mike, is there another Ben Folds 5 song? Can you name another one?
I thought so, but then as you said that, I couldn't think of it. I'll look it up.
No, I was
No,
gonna
that's
do
the
it.
same one. You're like,
Yeah,
dude.
no, that wasn't it. Shoot.
Well, let's talk about a fun team that just dang near was on the fringe last year, and that's the
Yeah.
Tennessee Titans. True or false, Dave?
Yes.
The Titans will continue to build off last year's momentum and compete for a wild card spot in 2019.
Oh, man, I already said the cream of the crop of the division, but I really like the Tennessee Titans. I like this whole division. I sound like Gruden, just liking everything. But
the Titans, man.
I mean, they had free agency was solid.
was it solid?
It was solid. You look at the offense. Ryan Tannehill, wide receiver. Oh no, he's still a quarterback. Okay, he's still a quarterback.
Hey, the best one in the league. Name a better backup quarterback.
There isn't one.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Great pickup for the Titans.
Wait,
here.
Nick the franchise Mullins will be a backup this year.
Oh, he will. That's
Never
right.
mind.
I was just talking with someone about that, and they're like, I've never heard that nickname for him. I was like, well, yeah, that's you don't listen to our
Obviously
show.
doesn't
then.
listen to the Big Play podcast live at 8:30 p.m. ET on Wednesdays.
Hey, so you got Ryan Tannehill. They got Roger Saffold from LA, top 10 in the league.
Yeah.
Right? I would say so. Adam Humphries, wide receiver, 76 catches last year, not too shabby. Defense, Jeffrey Simmons. They signed Cameron Wake in free agency. How old is Cameron Wake? I always ask you, Big Play Beats, to look up ages for me. Jay, you want to take a guess at Cameron Wake's age?
31.
Oh,
Yeah?
I
Higher,
would
much
know,
higher?
yeah. I'm not betting with you in Vegas.
Well, he's Cameron Woke now, so he's younger.
Hey-o.
remember during the survival last year, Jay didn't
I feel like
miss
he's
for,
like 37. Like
37 is it?
37?
got
Yeah.
it.
Damn.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love it.
According to Wikipedia, that's late 30s, by the way, because
Yeah.
I just 36.
We'll
so.
be there soon. So strike the schedule. You look at the key games for the Titans. They've got another. Maybe it's because this division's pretty good.
Yeah,
they've got
that's
they've got
fair.
a tough one. Their winning percentage for their opponents 0.514. Their opponents are over 500 for you non-math majors out there. Tough non-conference games. I love this. Away, tough non-conference game. Cleveland. Never got to say that before. Had to get that in there. They also have Atlanta. They have Carolina. And you look at home, tough games. I mean, being home, you got Chargers, Kansas City, New Orleans. Over under here is 8.5. I really like them. I like Marcus Mariota. I know he's been banged up for a really long time, but I'm still going under.
Contract year for him.
I'm going under. You can't have 3 10-win teams in the same division, really.
That's fair.
It's probably not going to happen. I got to pick one of them to go under. It's got to be the Titans.
If there was a sleeper in this division, though, I think it's the Titans. Would you agree?
I would agree. Yeah. I would like to be wrong in that.
Right.
'Cause I do like the Titans.
Team that can turn into a dumpster fire. I feel like you have the same answer as I do.
In this division?
Yes.
I mean, the Jags?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If they're not one already?
Right.
I mean, I feel like Nick Foles came in, he took the hose, he kind of flamed it off. But
Right.
that could start right
Bless
back
some
up.
people, and then he's
That could start
Bless some
right
people.
Well,
back
I mean, he's that kind of guy. He's a good
Yeah.
guy like that, you know?
Yeah. So this is probably my favorite division outside of the AFC North to watch for this upcoming year.
That's fair. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I'm an NFC West guy too, but yeah, this is always a competitive one, and the NFC South's competitive too, and we're going to talk about that next week, as a matter of fact. So there you go. Do you notice the order we're going in here,
Free
David?
plug to the NFC South.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, Dave, let's go into your favorite segment and mine. That's Hell No, Hell Yeah.
I was born ready for this. Oh, we still got the Woj bomb up there.
Woj.
Or the Woj bomb.
Is that Woj?
Yes. All right, Jaybird. Let's kick this off. So, Jay. Or do you want to... No, I'll ask you.
Please do. Yeah.
All right, sounds good. So we waited and waited and waited. Finally, Kawhi Leonard, it's official. He is going to L.A. The Clippers. Not a lot of people thought that was going to happen,
No,
right?
not even Chris Carter.
I don't think anyone. He's bringing Paul George with him.
Or Coach Carter.
Wow. Coach
He probably
Carter.
would have known.
That was a
God
classic
dang.
movie.
Nick
He's
Fury.
going there.
Nick Fury. Good
Yeah.
reference, yeah.
He hates snakes too.
The Clippers had to give up basically every draft pick till 2026.
Yeah, 4 unprotected first, 2 protected, and then they swap picks.
Yeah, and what? Gallinari's gone. Hell no, hell yeah, Jay. This is by far the heftiest bounty any team in history has given up for a franchise player. Hell no, hell yeah. Did they give up too much?
Hell no. You had to.
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no.
Dave, you were a middle child, right?
I was, yes.
You were. I was the younger brother.
Okay.
Little brother always has to find an advantage to get ahead, correct? Because they're little brother.
Yeah.
The LA Clippers are little brother. This has been a great
time.
offseason for little brother, right? They had to do it. The Clippers, if you think about it, they were the laughing stock of the NBA for 30 years, especially during the Donald
Did you say
Silver
3 or
era.
30?
30.
Yeah, I
years.
agree.
And they had to do something there. If they would have pulled a Knicks on this and not pulled it off, they'd be playing the second fiddle to the Lakers again.
And the Nets.
They have to. They mortgage their future, of course. You know, and if you look at on the other side of things, you know, OKC and what happened there, I mean, they really, really did a good job on this. And Paul George is going to be a guy that is going to be a fantastic shutdown shooter. Now, the one X factor there is this. His shoulder's hanging by a limb. I mean, he's been injury prone. Last year he was banged up. We'll see about that. But, man, this is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I'm interested to see what OKC does as well.
Yep.
I don't think this offseason is over by any means. I think there's still some dominoes to fall.
So we talked about Lakers. We talked about Clippers.
Yeah.
But you look at the duos on those teams. So NFL just came out with something, the top trios in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Look at duos in the NBA. Which duo do you take? LeBron and AD or Kawhi and Mr. Paul George?
Ooh, that's tough. I'm going to take the latter. I'm going to
Really?
take the latter.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, top 3 players overall, LeBron and AD?
I mean,
No.
No?
I don't think LeBron's a top 3 player anymore.
What?
I think he's a top
Wow,
5.
hot take.
so I got to ask: is it injuries from last year, or do you think he's just on the decline?
I think he's on the decline, finally. And by the
Okay.
way, his decline is still a top 5 player in this league.
Okay.
It's still 1A to Jordan's
Top
1A.
4?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Who's your top 3? I'm curious now.
I think AD slips in there.
Okay.
I think KD's still number 1. You know, if we're
Okay.
taking, if
That's
everyone's
fair.
healthy,
That's fair.
I think KD's number 1.
Okay.
And I think Kawhi Leonard's number 2 now.
That's fair. I
What
mean,
he's
yeah,
done,
I would agree.
He carried 2 franchises on his back to a title. He's an assassin. He plays defense, Dave. Lost art here, by the way. Remember defense? You know what that was like?
It's boring,
Well, yeah, but it wins titles. Remember that?
right?
Have every little league coach you've ever had is really upset with you right now.
It's very true.
But I think if you're looking at a duo that's going to win championships, yeah, you've got an aging LeBron who olays. He doesn't play defense anymore. AD's never really been a strong defender himself. Yeah, he's going to score. He's going to create his own shots. But I like them as a duo. What do you think?
Top 3? I think you have to put Lakers in, or Lakers. You have to put LeBron in there. He was hurt. He was hurt a little bit last year, so I'd go LeBron. I would go KD, and then I'd go Kawhi.
Wow, you still have him as your 1.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's fair.
Beats, you want to get in on that?
Yeah. So for me, I actually dropped with the Achilles injury. I don't want to put KD in my top 3. I think he's 4 or 5. Got to see how he comes back.
Right.
I struggle between LeBron and Kawhi.
That's
Kawhi
fair.
is younger. LeBron did have the injury. I don't know if that's age or if it's just one time. LeBron hasn't missed a lot of games in his career, so I'm going to put LeBron 1, Kawhi 2. I think you have to go Harden or Curry at 3.
Oh, okay.
Really?
I want to see what Curry does this year.
You like offense too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Michael.
I think the premium will be on the defensive side this year, just because of the balanced out teams.
Right.
But you still have guys who got to light it up.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's true.
Curry's revolutionized the game.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah,
Yeah.
Next time you walk past a basketball court, see if there's a kid there 12 or under shooting free throws. The answer is no.
I tried to
jacking
get
him up.
it out
the
there.
fashionable thing's the jacket.
Ben
up now.
Simmons, max contract, 0 for 17 in his career from 3. I put that out on Twitter. I was like, kids, you don't have to shoot the 3. And then everyone just ripped me.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, you want my kid to be 6'8", 6'9"? Okay, I'll go tell him that. I was like, oh, shoot. All right. Never mind.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Dave, it's been a fun week here. We talked about with the All Star Game here in Cleveland. We were fortunate to take part in the Home Run Derby live from the corner of Carnegie in Ontario. Wow, that was tough. Though Pete Alonso was the up-and-coming star on his own, took the crown by outlasting Vlad Jr. In the final round, it's the second version of Vlad that's going to walk away as the true victor. He had a record 91 home runs.
Wow.
The Derby in the past has failed to kind of capture the eyes of the nation, if you will. But hell no, hell yeah, Dave. Did Vlad Jr.'s performance save the Home Run Derby?
So, JB, we were at this. It was scale 1 to 10. I would say a 10 on the fun scale.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah.
They didn't wait for the ball to drop into the outfield. It was like Nick and I were talking about it earlier. It was like fireworks going off. It was insane. I've never seen anything like it. I think it played off really well on TV. Obviously, I didn't watch it because we were there.
Hey-o.
Heyo. But yeah, I think it probably saved it. I mean that initial, what was that, the second to final round was probably the best derby we've seen in decades.
Yeah.
Like since like McGuire and Ken Griffey Jr. I think it really brought it back. And the cool thing about it is this kid's 20.
Yeah.
If he would have won that, I still think he got robbed. But if he would have won that, it would have doubled his salary. No,
That's
tripled
insane.
his salary.
Yeah.
He would have won, what, $1 million?
He's still on his contract.
Got to give
right?
your caddy a little bit of money, your pitcher.
That's true.
But, yeah, he's, making $500,000?
What do you think the tip percentage on that is?
I
Do you
was
get out
just
like your
talking
phone
about
and
that
you're
with
like,
someone,
what's
yeah.
15%?
I think that a lot of people were saying $100,000.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's fair.
Absolutely.
Unless it was your dad, like Chapman, and you maybe have to give him half because he made you.
Right. Yeah. No, that was fun, and it was great to see Dave. Once it was pretty obvious Santana wasn't going to win it. The home crowd got behind Vlad Jr., which was hilarious.
Big time. I haven't seen a crowd like that in quite some time.
Yeah, baseball needs someone like him, Dave. Quite honestly,
They got him.
figure he's a young, enthusiastic guy. He's second generation. He's different. He doesn't look like Mike Trout, quite frankly. I'm sure the last 6-pack he saw was one he bought at a bar.
That's fair.
He's a big guy. He swings off his butt just like his dad. It's fun to watch.
Way better swing than his dad, let's be honest.
Right.
Let's
he
be
doesn't
honest.
hit it off his shoelaces.
No offense, Vlad Sr.
But he was a guy, he hit 381 in the minors. And this year he's hit 241. So a lot of people are like, why is this guy in this? It doesn't make much sense. Well, you just saw it.
You saw why.
He's a phenom,
You saw
people.
why, yeah.
He made you interested in it, quite frankly.
That's right.
Yeah. Speaking of All-Star Weekend, Dave.
Yeah.
Should we go to some of our fun interviews on the street and the fringe
I've
bench?
been waiting the whole show for this.
Yeah.
Let's head, Michael, to the fringe binge. It's the fringe binge. Stay in your zone. Stay in your zone. So Jay Bird, myself, and Nick Padone, who was on the Cleveland show earlier today, sitting in the studio. We had a hell of a time at All-Star Weekend and
We
week.
did. A lot of shandies.
A lot of shandies.
It's like a bachelorette party.
Yeah,
Nick
we
wore
did.
tiara.
No. Yeah, okay, he did.
Remember when you had that fake penis on your neck? Too?
Oh,
that was
was a
awkward.
penis
Really,
It was
Jay?
awkward.
Really, Jay?
It's just you made it awkward. Anyways.
So this was super fun. So we're hanging out at the Kingsford tent. Nick was doing his interviews there, and then we're like, we got the camera, we got the gear, walking around downtown Cleveland. Let's go do some trivia. Let's go do some, interview the people,
Yeah.
if you will. So let's play a couple of those really funny. I'll say funny interviews and trivia downtown Cleveland at the All-Star Game. Let's go first with our hometown crew with some Cleveland interviews here.
What's up, Cleveland fans? Big Play Nick here with Big Play Jay. We got Owen and we got Big Play Ryan. Yeah.
Member of the team here.
Newest member of the Big Play family here. We're going to do some Cleveland Indians All-Star trivia today. You guys pretty big Tribe fans?
Oh, yeah.
Owen, how long you been a Tribe fan, man?
Since I was a newborn.
Since you were a newborn. That's a great answer. So we got some All-Star trivia for you guys. You guys are a team, so it's a phone-a-friend type of situation here. Our question for you is, can you name all 4 All-Stars for the Cleveland Indians this year?
You ready, bud? Say Brad Hand.
Brad Hand.
Brad Hand, we got 1.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana.
Carlos Santana, we got 2.
Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor.
That's 3. Who's the 4th one? Who's the final one?
You got Bieber Fever.
Bieber Fever.
Bieber Fever. It's not too late to say sorry. My guy, Owen.
Good work,
Good work, man. You guys been Tribe fans for a while, right? Yeah. Okay, so the last time that Cleveland hosted the All-Star Game was in 1997. Who was the most valuable player of that All-Star Game in 1997?
Do we get A, B, or C choice?
No. It's fill in the blank.
I don't know.
He's still on the team. It's kinda.
Jose.
Nope, not Jose. He's not that old. 97.
It's the only one I know.
Oh my God. With the Indians shirt on too?
I'm working.
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Do you know Francisco Lindor's middle name?
No.
No? Yeah, I do. That's why I asked the question. If you had to take a guess at Francisco Lindor's middle name, what would you guess?
Francisco Rodriguez Lindor.
No, it rolls off the tongue nicely. That was a good guess. It rolls off the tongue very nicely. Starts with the M. Starts with M.
Miguel.
Francisco Miguel Lindor. Good job. How old is he?
He would be 24.
24. Try
25.
25. Good job, man. Nailed it. All right, we are here with J9. J9, you a big Tribe fan?
Oh, yeah, you better believe it. Been a Tribe fan for a long, long time. Last time I was down here was in 97 when the boys had the All Star Game right here. I was right here live in the flesh, and right here live in the flesh. One more again, you got your boy J9 in.
J9, can you tell me who the MVP was of the 1997 All Star Game? The MVP.
You already know it was a hometown favorite. In the building, Sandy Alamo.
Yeah. J9, can you tell me the 4 Indians All-Stars that are going to play in the game tomorrow?
Now hold up, wait a minute. Back the hell up. You got to give me a little air now. Shit, you got to remember. I'm all the way live now. I've been drinking, and not only drinking, I've been smoking, I've been drinking, I've been smoking, I've been drinking, I've been smoking. So it ain't that easy to come up with it off the top of the head.
All right, it's 4 players. We'll give you some hints. All right, so the first guy is a guy that's been with the Indians organization for a very long time. He was in Philly last year, and now he's back in Cleveland with the Tribe, and he's an all-star. He's starting first base tonight.
I know Lindor is one of them.
Okay, Lindor is one of them. That's not who I gave you the hint to, but Lindor is one of them.
First baseman. He sang Black Magic Woman. Damn, man, I got his name on the tip of my tongue, yo.
Yeah, guitarist. He's a guitarist as well.
Hey, y'all, man, why is y'all doing me like this? Why is y'all doing me like this, bitch?
All right. Slam Tana is his nickname.
Carlos,
Now the closer, look at your hand. Here's a hint for you. Look at your hand. Who is the closer?
J9.
J9, you're not the closer.
I'm in the building.
We got Ben here, diehard Tribe fan since 2008. Yeah, this guy's got shirts that are older than you.
Seriously, dude. That's weird. Sorry.
That's crazy. So, first question for you, only question for you. Name all 4 All-Stars that are going to be playing in the game tomorrow in Progressive Field.
Francisco Lindor. You got Carlos Santana. Bieber.
Shane Bieber, you got Bieber Fever.
And
look at your hand. It's on your hand. Just say hand.
Hand?
Yeah. Now for all the marbles, what is Hand's first name?
What?
What is Brad's hand? What is Hand's first name?
I don't know.
I just gave you the answer. What is Hand's first name?
Brad?
Brad Hand, yeah! Way to go, man. Good job. Can you name the 4 All-Stars that are playing in Tuesday's All-Star Game?
Francisco Lindor, Brad Hand, Carlos Santana, and Shane Bieber.
Shane Bieber. All right. You're getting a little too excited for me here.
Right.
Who was the last out in the 2016 World Series?
Oh, was it Rajah Davis?
No, that's the opposite. Long hair. Yeah, that's your hint. Long hair.
Roberto Perez. Martinez.
JD Martinez. You're off.
Michael Martinez.
That was fantastic. Jay, shout out to Nick Pinode for those interviews for the Cleveland ones. So obviously it was All-Star weekend.
Yeah.
We saw a ton of non-Cleveland people here for the All-Star game.
Yeah.
A lot of cool jerseys. Saw some of your Pittsburgh Pirates ones out there. What's that?
Yeah, I saw Jason Bay jersey.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought it was Michael Bay.
My favorite, the Mitt.
Oh, yes.
Let's
the
play
Lana
it.
the Shields. Yes.
All right, so here's some more of our trivia during All Star Weekend. Me, Big Play, Nick, and Jay Bird.
What's up, guys? We're here with BigPlay.com. We're talking with
Kylie Munch.
I love your jersey. What do you got here? A little Delino DeShields. You got a Pirates hat on. Who's your team? Who's the real
Pirates.
team? Okay, gotcha.
Just the ride.
Any truth? Do you think the Tampa Bay Rays play games in Montreal this year?
Not this year. No, not this year. But in the future, I think it's possible. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
With this glove, now you know they're not going to hit that. Like maybe if the home run derby was at Jurassic Park.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm pretty sure Josh Bell's going to hit them all over my head anyway.
Love it.
All over my head.
All right, so let's talk about the Pirates real quick, man. Give us a take on the season. What are your thoughts on the organization as a whole? Attendance is down, struggling in those regards.
It is, yeah. As fans, we'd like to see them maybe, spend a little more money. They keep the guys. Hopefully, they can keep Josh Bell around. That'd be good. They've battled a lot of injuries this year and stuck. They're back in the thick of things now with a little run they've had before the break. So I'm pretty happy with the way they're going right now. Hopefully, they can get healthy and do well after the break.
Got it. So what's your WAR now? What do you think your WAR is with this glove on?
At least a 25.
25, all right. And we got Mike all the way from Tampa Bay. Mike, first off, you're like 40 years below the median Tampa Bay fan age. You realize that?
Yeah, I do, but, the franchise started in 99, so I was like 9 years old at the time, so I'm like the pioneer for Tampa Bay sports.
I appreciate it, my man. So you are one of the 13,000 going every week, correct?
Yeah. Okay. 13,000, that's a little too much.
Every game.
1,300, I think, right?
So give us a little outlook for the Tampa Bay Rays. There's a lot of talk right now. They might play games up north. They might play half at home. As a fan, what do you know? What's local to take there?
The local take is actually terrible, but they're still going to get half the games there, and it won't happen until like 2023, 2024, so still got some time to get the home games in.
Love it. Favorite
people out.
There you go.
Time,
Well, it's the baby boomers. Yeah, they're going to be gone anyways. All right, man. Favorite Ray of all time? Give it to us.
Ooh, for me, Evan Longoria, just because he made such a big impact with the organization, but tough second, probably Carl Crawford. He was huge, too.
Thoughts on Eva Longoria?
Eva Longoria, oh, man. She's probably better than Evan Longoria, just can't swing the bat. Can't swing the bat, that's the only thing.
We got Jay, and this is actually Jay, too.
How you doing, BigPlay.com?
Jay, are you from Pittsburgh?
Born and raised, north side of Pittsburgh.
Wow. Hey, remind Dave how many titles the Steelers have.
I do believe that's 6, just in case anybody forgot.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that, my man.
Is that a boo in the audience?
It was, yeah. He's a Browns fan. So, anyways,
congratulations on this season.
Jay, we're going to make this very easy for you, my man.
Okay.
Who is here representing the Pirates in the All Star game?
That would be number 55, Josh Bell.
I love it, Josh Bell. All right. How do you feel about the Pirates, man? They're taking a lot of heat. Attendance is down, lower fifth.
I look at the Pirates right now, and I see a team that wants to win more games. Okay. They're playing hard. They're playing competitive. Pretty close to 500 if we're not 500 right now.
Okay.
I'm not going to argue about where we're at. We've had many worse seasons, so thank you, Pittsburgh, for coming together and doing what we need to do to win some games.
So Neil Huntington kind of comes under fire a lot. If you could say one thing to Neil Huntington as a fan, a suggestion, what would you say?
Can Josh Bell play every position?
Oh, yeah. Pretty much. All right, you came all the way from Houston, correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that because you like cold weather?
No.
It's because you don't. We have no traffic here. You dislike traffic, right?
That's
quick trivia here.
All right.
Who is participating in the All Star game from the Houston Astros? Easy one.
All right, you got Bregman, Verlander, Springer, Brantley. You've got Ryan Presley, and I think Garrett Cole as well.
Wow, this guy. Wow, yeah, he just named the whole squad, basically. What, Nolan Ryan wasn't available? Come on now. All right, thank you, guys. Appreciate it, my man. Take care. John, you're a Mets fan.
Yes,
is that because you're a glutton for punishment, or you just have always been?
Born and raised.
Born and raised?
And I am a glutton for punishment.
I like it.
Bit of both.
All right, my man. Let's do a little trivia for you. Okay, here's a tough one. What player won the home run derby last year? Oh, phone a friend. These guys are not Mets fans. They may not help you. You know? Who was it? Bryce Harper.
Bryce Harper.
Wow, great job, John. Thank you very much. Hey, who's your favorite Mets team, John? Give us a little trivia.
My Mets team?
Favorite Mets team of all time?
86.
86. Why is the 86 team?
We won a rare win.
And they were crazy,
and they were
right?
nuts as all get out.
They were pretty tame, though. They didn't party.
No,
not at all. All right, thanks, John. Appreciate it, my man. Take care.
All right, I got to ask. Favorite guy to interview, who was it for you, Jay?
Oh, big glove guy.
Big glove guy, okay. Nick, I got to think it was J9.
Yeah, J9.
J9.
Yeah.
Quite the crew we had at All Star Week.
Yeah.
Quite the
Does
crew.
that freak you out when you see adults with gloves at a game, Dave?
Especially when they're 10 times the size of a regular glove.
Right.
Yeah.
Maybe he just had small hands. I didn't see his hands.
Just compensating.
Yeah, could be.
Who knows?
You know what they say about guys with big gloves?
They can catch a baseball.
They can. Yeah.
That's right.
Good fielders.
Great fielders. Great fielders.
Mm-hmm.
And that was our fringe bench for the week. That was easy.
Mike's losing it.
Yes, he is. He looks like every dad from 1978. And just like in his sweatsuit, just like, oh, this is funny. Tell me a dad joke.
Right. He needs a whistle. Pull my finger, boy.
That's right.
Look at him.
Jay, what do we got going on next week?
So next week we got NFC South preview, of course. We're lobbying for a few big guests. The week after, we've got a really special guy coming in, former Falcon, Seahawk, and Raven offensive lineman William Henry. So we're looking forward to speaking with him here.
That's great.
In 2 weeks. So, so stick around next week. We'll get you an update on free agency, too, of course, and we're going to talk more football.
Oh, we are almost there. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah, we got our approval for Hall of Fame week credentials this week, Dave, too,
there
as
we
well.
go.
So we'll be covering that. Looking forward to it.
Hall of Fame coming up real soon. Good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to stick around. We may interview Joe Webb. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
We'll see. We had a little time discrepancy going on there, but
live TV.
We're gonna head to the after hours hangout, have a beer, and then we'll see. Stick around. Thanks for tuning in. See you next Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hit me with some music.
Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The show is about to begin.
It's over. Jay Bird, you ready for a little interview time?
Yeah, we've got a buddy on the line here. He's the former quarterback of the UAB Blazers. He was drafted by the Vikings 2010. This is his 10th season in the league. QB of the Houston Texans, Joe Webb. Joe, how you doing tonight, my friend? Joe, are you there?
Oh, it's not him.
Oh. Oh, my God, it's Alec.
BIGPLAY
No,
Alec. Are
no,
you kidding me?
Absolutely not.
Are you kidding me? As we're
Absolutely
waiting
not.
for an interview, and he drops off.
Wow.
He drops off without saying a thing.
Yeah.
You better drop off, Alec.
Wow. That was a pretty strong intro, too. I felt good about that.
Wow.
Yeah. You know what? We should have did the sound after that. Just fake
big
like
time.
he just give big time.
They waste a good surprise on somebody.
Oh, Big Daddy.
Big Daddy, yeah.
We wasted the good surprise on you.
Right.
Okay, Hooters.
Hooters.
All right, let's go back to the after hours.
Yeah. Wait. Hey, you know what? There's something we didn't get into,
That is
guys.
hilarious.
We're in the middle of the MLB season here. Something that I saw this week that really, really stood out. So we've got 3,691 home runs hit prior to the All-Star break. That's over 300 more than any season at this point, right? You got 14 teams on pace to set franchise records already.
There's
four
a
of them, you look at the Twins, Mariners, Brewers, Yanks, they could break the MLB record, Dave.
They're going to.
But the thing is, this isn't translating to butts in the seats, which is a problem. If you look out for the 4th straight year and the All-Star break, attendance is down across the board, right?
I mean, I think that's just a running trend.
Right.
I think this is probably helping. I think you don't realize that they're on a streak to break the MLB record until probably after All-Star weekend. So I think, and especially with Vlad Guerrero Jr., people are digging the long ball again.
Especially chicks.
Chicks,
dig
yeah.
the long
I think
ball.
even dudes do.
Oh, yeah, we dug it.
Yeah, we were
hooped
digging
and
it.
hollered.
We were digging it.
We hugged at one point.
I think we did.
We did.
I think we did.
I hugged Nick, too. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Oh, God. This kid's calling in again.
No, do not answer. Alec, hang up. Hang up.
Yeah, there's zero chance we're letting you in. Verlander said it the best. The MLB is juicing the ball.
Although Rob Manfred said, and you know the timing
Very
of that
political
on
answer
the
there.
day of the game was just off. Dave, I don't get that. But here's a question for you.
Dropping him.
Yep.
Alec, you're gone.
Do you guys think at this point?
Ooh, there's a ban caller option.
Oh,
one
I like
more call.
that.
You're
Yes,
banned
ban
for
him.
a week.
Make him the first ban.
That's right. You're going on vacation. You got to, it's all right.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll just let him. Anyways, do you think, because I'm at the point now where I think baseball absolutely needs a salary cap, and not maybe for the reason you think.
Frankie Lindor?
Because it'll set a minimum.
Okay.
That's the thing about caps. They also set minimums.
Right.
You have to pay players. So a guy like Vlad Guerrero doesn't triple his salary if he puts on a historic performance in an All-Star Week event. So these teams can't tank anymore, Dave.
Well,
they can't tank.
There's still a contract, though. Like rookie contracts.
Yes, but
that would be
go up.
significantly higher.
Yes,
right.
absolutely.
I like it.
You got to pay people.
Doesn't this, I think Bugos was the one pointing this out, doesn't this force teams to bring those players up?
Yes.
Instead of staying down there and keeping their salaries low, you bring them
Exactly.
up.
Yep. Yeah.
Which would be a big help.
So, yeah, I mean, you look at like the Marlins, Orioles, Mariners, Royals. They're awful. There are teams that are just mediocre.
Yeah.
And it's by design. They're going to get a good draft pick, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
It's absolutely time to put a salary cap in.
Oh, I'm with you. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I think you need to for small market teams.
Sure.
When there's a guy like, national favorite Francisco Lindor. He's going to probably be a Yankee in a couple of years from now, but you look at that. I mean, you look at the Cleveland Indians, they had him in the farm system forever. They waited forever to bring him up.
Right.
And, they've controlled his rights for a very, very long time, but they have zero chance of keeping him.
Yeah, that's fair.
And he likes the city of Cleveland.
He loves Cleveland.
Yeah.
He touted it the whole weekend.
What if Nissan of North Olmsted just says you can have the lot? Like
See,
every
yes.
car. Here's our balance sheet.
Do you think the Nissan
Here's our
is
balance
going to be the
sheet.
car?
Yeah.
This is what Cleveland needs to do.
the deals are so good.
They need to do that. They need to think outside the box, like when LeBron was leaving or when LeBron was coming back. Like Cedar Point needs to name a ride after Lindor.
Yes.
Like they need to go outside the box with this. I forget what else they did. A lot of embarrassing stuff, but
Well, yeah.
Wait, so do more embarrassing stuff?
Yeah. Free passes
all
to
in.
the Cleveland Zoo.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
Great Lakes
one.
names a beer after him.
Yep.
They
Joe Thomas
renamed
had that
Lake
done.
Erie Lake Lindor.
I'm fine with that.
I'd swim in it more.
Right?
Oh, would
No
you?
doubt.
I don't know.
No,
It's
it's
kind of
still
weird
kind of-
name. Yeah.
Still not that great.
It hasn't been on fire in a long time. You guys see that
On
Mike
fire!
Polk Jr.?
Yeah. Shout out Mike Polk Jr. That was good stuff. Doing for the
Yes.
yeah.
LeBron came back. Free mac and cheese for his
Free mac and
Wow.
cheese. Lindor gets free mac and cheese, a Cedar Point ride, free zoo tickets.
Hall of Fame.
We'll give him a credential to
He
the
gets
Hall
a
of Fame.
statue, of course.
Put him a statue up right away,
Yeah.
right next to Tony.
yeah.
He can have a show on Big Play tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Like
All
you're
right.
cool with that.
We'll let him be a guest on.
Yeah.
See how he does first.
That's fair.
We've seen him in the
That's fair.
Nissan commercials.
Could he be he could take Alex's job? Because the deals are so good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Maybe if they don't do the salary cap, I feel like you got to go the Bobby Bonilla route. You got to give Lindor or anyone from a small market team just a 50-year contract.
Yeah. An annuity.
Just do it, yeah. Simple, and immediate annuity.
By the way, you said this earlier. I just want to
What?
pick your brain here, Dave.
Yep.
Worst office saying, please advise or think outside the box.
Oof.
Is there anything worse? Please advise. It's so aggressive, right?
Yeah, especially when people have like that as their email signature, like right before it, instead of like thanks, like please advise.
Yeah, you're automatically off our Christmas card list.
Yeah,
honey, if you're listening, take them off.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Big Play Beats, what's new with you?
I was going to say, do you guys want to hear some Ben Fold 5 song names?
Yes, please.
Oh, yeah, names. Don't do it with copyright notice. We won't do that.
I'm not singing them. I'm not doing any of that stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like if you sang it, it'd be like right on and we'd get hit with copyright.
Right. Because
You're just that good. Okay,
I'm
sing
a mix
them.
of Fergie and Jesus.
Just sing them.
No. I literally couldn't. I don't know any of them. One Angry Dwarf.
Yeah, I remember that song.
Do you really?
Yeah, that's it.
One Angry Dwarf.
Angry Dwarf.
Philosophy, Song for the Dumped, Army, Kate, Battle of Who Could Care, Jackson Cannery, The Last Polka Underground, Uncle Walter. That's my favorite.
Uncle Walter?
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite. That's just to name a few.
Get rid of the peace, man.
Oh, I'm closing that out. I can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We were talking about crazy trades. Let's see if I can bring this back up.
Well, are you going NBA on us?
We're gonna compare the NBA to another trade. Oh, where'd it go? I'll bring it right back up.
By the way, Mike has cookies over there.
Give me a cookie.
There's one left.
Oh, no, that's all right. No,
Where's my cookie?
I'm not taking the last cookie.
Are you kidding me? I've already had two.
How many have you had? Okay, you've had two.
Yeah,
Where's my
Jared had
cookie?
one. Oh, I was gonna
Nick,
throw it
you
at you.
You want to split it?
Nick wants cookie.
Yeah, he wants it.
He does.
Yeah. Guy rolls in here 4 cookies and tries to snake them.
What's
up with that?
Snake 'em. All right, that Cowboys trade for Herschel Walker, or when they gave up Herschel Walker.
Oh, he dropped it. He dropped the cookie.
Oh, that means he gives it back.
Oh, man.
The bright lights of the studio, man.
That's right.
They got in his eyes.
What were you saying?
Oh, sorry. The Cowboys received 4 Herschel Walker, 4 first-round picks, 1, 2, 3 second-round picks, a 6th-round pick, and a 3rd-round pick, and then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players.
When was this?
1990.
When did
February 1st,
Herschel
1990.
Walker?
This is essentially what they said created that Dallas Cowboys sort of dynasty where they just kept Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, Michael Irvin, all that.
Yep.
This pretty much set them up for it. All the Vikings got was Herschel Walker, which we know running backs at this point are pretty overrated, and then 2 3rd-round picks and a 10th rounder. I think that's the biggest fleecing. That is, Herschel Walker was incredible. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
But that is just a fleecing at that point. We saw what happened
For
those
a
two teams.
running back?
Yeah. Now they're
That would
even-
never happen today.
in that era, the running backs were they were valued more, and they should have been. They ran the ball a little bit more.
Yeah,
but
they didn't throw the ball.
at this point, you never would see that happen. I don't think anything like that.
I feel like
will
the
ever
last team to trade up for a running back was the Browns for Trent Richardson.
Oh, God.
happen. Somehow
that
they
worked
got
out well.
Right.
Yeah, at least they got out of that with the Colts. The Colts, what were they doing there when they
Ballard
traded a first
one
round
of
pick for
Ballard's
him?
not so good moves.
Yeah, he learned after that.
Oh
He
yeah.
did this
Oh
year.
yeah.
Maybe they just knew that Trent Richardson would have to basically run the AAF someday, Dave.
Hey, he was killing it in the AAF.
He was killing it,
He was
yeah.
he was averaging like 2 yards a carry, but like 9 touchdowns.
right.
2 weeks in.
Ugh.
Till it folded.
Do you just
What
want to
a
talk a
rough
little
start.
business?
No.
Oh.
What? Go
what
ahead.
do you mean by that?
So Kevin Durant, all of his branding has
Yeah.
the number 35 in it.
Okay.
That's
His
true.
Twitter handle, KDTrey5. It's like
I do
35
me, and I
ventures
chill.
or 35 ventures, whatever.
Right?
Why is he changing to 7? I get when you get jersey sales and all that, but like his whole brand is off 35. It's not like LeBron, who's like LBJ or LeBron. He can change his number all he wants. You guys, what do you think? Anything?
You know what I think about that?
What?
Why do players change their number ever?
It's all about jersey sales.
Jersey sales. But you
Yeah.
wouldn't think that because he's moving teams.
I
right?
would think because he's going to such a big market
But
too.
what are we talking about right now?
NBA
Talking about
jerseys.
practice.
His side businesses.
That's true.
Marketing
That is true.
101.
Rock Nation.
Do something to get the Big Play podcast to talk about your side business.
Wow.
He did it.
That's right there.
Then you get the khakis.
That's I remember in economics, Dave, that was right behind location.
Right.
They're like, you get in the future, you're going to be on a show, and you need to find people to get on there. So
That's true.
yeah,
That's
fair.
true.
Well said, sir.
Yeah.
I thought Mike was going to give us like an always be closing there for a second.
Nah,
He
I'm
got
not
real
serious.
serious.
Doing some big play ad sales over there.
He's going to
Yeah.
talk
You can
about.
advertise right up. Oh, wow. I'm on the screen again.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
You keep that finger
my
away
hands.
from the camera, Michael.
I want to
God, look at Alec. He's still commenting in there. He's saying Bobby Bonilla.
Hashtag share the cookie.
Yeah.
Loyal follower.
Wow.
The intern Alec trying to call in. We thought he was Joe Webb.
Hey, was there a...
Hey, that's not.
That
he
was
he
funny.
could have a West Coast number. That's why I was like, well, that could really be
Right?
him. He kayfabed me, man.
Yeah, that was funny.
I thought it was him. I
He,
thought it was him for
then he
sure.
got so nervous that he just hung up without saying anything.
Yeah.
He could have claimed, just pretended to be Joe Webb.
Yeah, he
just
could've
went
bought
with it.
Yeah. Did you see Stephen A. Smith went off this week? I tried
Yes.
to I tried to remember.
Was that about the governor?
speech.
The governor talk, the owner governor.
Oh yeah.
That was,
That was
he
pretty
was
awesome.
he was. I'm starting to turn around on Stephen A. a little
Uh-oh, we
bit.
got someone coming through. This might be him.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, yo, let's get it.
So let's get a transition sound going. Big play beats. Hit me with it.
Oh wait, he hung up.
Never mind.
Oh, was it Alec from a different number?
No. So he probably,
No, I think this is him actually.
our producer, he probably just, didn't know what to do. We didn't have our producer on the line. Got a weird voicemail saying, hey, tell me your name. He's probably like, I don't know
here,
about that.
I'll send him a quick text and just tell him.
So we're going to get Joe Webb in here, backup quarterback, Houston Texans. Madden favorite for a very, very long time.
Oh, you said you were big on him. back in
Oh,
the day.
love Joe Webb. And I feel like we'll do another transition, too.
Oh, you want to hit another one?
Yeah, not yet, though.
Okay.
As we just sit in silence.
No, we can't sit in silence.
No, we won't sit in silence. So,
The Texans are my tough team this year. They're the one I can't peg, in my opinion.
Really?
Normally before a year, I feel like I have a good
All right,
place
so
on
I'm
what
gonna
player
call
to
back through here.
healthy Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Healthy J.J. Watt.
Yeah.
Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah. My worry is that we are not.
You had a phone call there, Jay?
Can
That's
Watson?
him. I just told him to call back in on our guest line here.
That's not the guest line. That's your cell phone.
I know it is.
No,
is
just,
that him?
Just send him a voicemail. Ghost him.
Well, no, that's
Ghost
not
him like
nice.
he's Nick Fury.
That's not nice.
All right.
Ghost him like he's Nick Fury.
My worry there is
What's
with
that?
the Texans is that can you keep Watson healthy if you didn't upgrade that line?
They did a little bit.
A little, but rookies. I mean, we've
Yeah.
seen
No,
it
I
all
hear
over
ya.
where it takes time to actually
Right.
acclimate to the league and the speed of the defensive ends, and you're not playing an undersized defensive end normally. It's a
True. That's true.
grown ass man, and
Yep.
he is faster than anybody you've played. He is the most elite. So rookies struggle usually. There is definitely an adjustment period.
That's right. So we got Joe Webb calling back in. So let's what do you think? Another transition? I feel like another transition would be perfect.
Right? Now.
All right, we got on the line here, Guy. Thanks for his patience. He's a former quarterback of the UAB Blazers. He was drafted by the Vikings in 2010. It's his 10th season in the league. Quarterback of the Houston Texans. Joe Webb. Joe, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Good. Thanks for sticking with us, my man. Saw you on the cell there. Hey, let's start there with UAB, as I mentioned. You know, they won their first conference title last year, their first bowl game. Bill Clark wins the Coach of the Year award. You probably had to be pretty darn proud of your old squad, huh?
Yeah, man. I get to finally talk smack in the locker room. You know, for the past couple of years, you know, I couldn't really say nothing because we didn't have a program. But you know, this year I was talking smack all year long.
Nice. So I found it very interesting that you got to play with a guy that a lot of people have become very familiar with. That's country superstar Sam Hunt. Did you know back in the day, Joe, that this guy was going to turn into a megastar?
Man, I told Sam, you know, we was roommates on the road, so he would bring his guitar and, he would play in the room, while we standing in plays and stuff. So I said, hey, man, if football doesn't work out, you need to go into the music. So, a couple of years after that passed, and, I ran back into him, and he said he was doing stuff at, local bars, and, look at him now, man.
Did you ever sing any backup for him or what?
You know what? I went to one of his concerts, and I was trying to make my way to be back up, but that just doesn't fit my character.
No, I figured a guy like you can return kicks, you can play quarterback, wide receiver, you could do drums or guitar. It wouldn't matter.
That's
my man.
right.
You know what I mean? So let's.
I'll be the crowd control, or I'll do the drums. I'll be the hype man.
There you go.
Hype man, yes.
Everyone needs one. Come on now. So you were drafted by the Vikings as a receiver. I recall you had that very impressive camp there. During minicamp, they switched you to QB, changed you back to wide receiver. Carolina, you played wide receiver, special teams, backup QB. And Buffalo is kind of much the same. When someone asks you, Joe, what position do you play? Do you tell them quarterback or do you tell them, hey, I'm playing whatever they need me to play?
I'll tell them football. I love being on the field. I love being part of the game. Man, I love going out there battling with my brothers. And, man, I just love the game. I had 3 brothers growing up. So we played football, all day long in the streets, in the backyard. But you had to learn how to kick, pass, tackle. You had to learn how to do all those things with 3 older brothers.
Were you just throwing the ball to yourself, basically? You just throw it up?
Yeah, I did that too. I played catch with myself, and yeah, man. I hats off for my brothers. They kind of groomed me up in that area, so it paid off today.
So we fast forward to today. You're in a QB room with Deshaun Watson. Phenomenal athlete, fantastic quarterback. In your time you've spent with him, what have you kind of observed about this young man?
He's very smart, man. He's very competitive. He hates to lose. We can play a game of you flipping a coin, heads or tails. Anything, he hates to lose. He's very competitive, very smart. Motivates his teammates, to keep pushing. He's a great leader. He has a bright future for himself. And, by me being around other type of quarterbacks, like a Cam Newton and, things like that, who kind of, he kind of reminds me of, man, sky's the limit for Deshaun.
Yeah, we had a buddy of yours on here a while back, Buddy Hound. We got to ask you the same question here, Joe. How intimidating is it to look on the other side of the line and see J.J. Watt?
It's funny you ask me that because every day in practice, we go at it. So it might be a team where I have to, give a look at the quarterback, and I see JJ on the other side, just ready to scream off the edge to come with me. That's a scary sight, man. You got to make sure he's accounted for. Every play, even you have to, change the protection. I remember I was in Charlotte, and we had to change our whole protection that when we played Houston, Texas. We said, hey, we got to make sure this guy's blocked. So he's definitely a game changer, and I'm just happy to be on his side now.
Yeah, let's talk about the Texans last year, Joe. So it was an interesting season. You guys, of course, lose the first 3. Then you win 9 in a row there, and unfortunately made that early playoff exit. After that loss to the Colts, what were your takeaways as a team? What did you guys say, look, here's what we collectively need to work on going into the offseason?
It was a very devastating loss for us because we knew what we were capable of. We knew, we wanted to pursue the Super Bowl and, bring it back to the city. But that loss, it can either make us or break us. We can go into this season and say, hey, we can take that loss and, we can hold on to it and, we can build on it. And that was one of our keys coming in the offseason. let's build on it. Let's not, hang our heads on it. It's done. There's nothing we can do about it. Only thing we can learn from it and, move on. And we know that when that next situation come up, when we are in the playoffs, and, we have to dig deeper and, we know what it takes.
Absolutely. So, last year, one of the things that people criticized the most, Joe, was the offensive line. What have you seen so far in camp and the offseason that made you optimistic about the progress of that unit?
The guys competing hard, man. They coming in working very hard. They trying to get on one accord, with Nick, the center. While a lot of guys rotating in and out, Deshaun, he's very involved in, protections and things like that, just to make sure we can pick up, different type of blitzes that teams try to throw at us. And, the guys been working hard, man. Then we have our new additions coming in with the lineman, Ricky Lyman. They coming in, they learning. We have a lot of good pieces on the front line, and I'm excited to see what they could do this year.
All right, Joe. So we asked your buddy Hal this the last time, and he kind of gave us a non-answer. So I'm gonna put you on this one instead.
That's right.
So let's say, just hypothetically,
but Brother Love off Eddie Murphy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Love it. Great reference. So let's say hypothetically here, Deshaun Watson, Hopkins, Lamar Miller, Joe Webb line up for a race. Who's winning that race, my friend?
Ooh. Well, I know I got Hopkins. Hopkins. Hopkins, he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. He's a great player, but he's not the fastest player in the world. Deshaun could give me trouble. Lamar, well, I would say Lamar could give a little trouble because, he didn't get caught on that long run versus Miami. So I can still give it to him.
Joe, I was talking offline with these guys earlier. I'm a big Madden player, and for years and years and years, I would always trade for you. Not to fan out on you here, but always trade for you and run around the field with you, my man. Did you ever play Madden? And was your go-to always to play as yourself?
Oh, most definitely, man.
Yeah.
I have to pick myself every time. I grew up playing Madden, and, you would create yourself. You would put on 1,000 wristbands on your arm. You would put the stat on your shoes. And, finally you finally own Madden, you get to really play it without creating yourself. So, it's a very cool experience.
Yeah. Joe, is that something, because you hear on Twitter and social media these guys getting ticked off about their Madden rating. Is that something you guys really talk about in the locker room?
You talk about it, you're curious about, how you rate on the game, but at the same time, we all know that it's all fun and game. It's not the real attribute. It's not as accurate, as, a lot of guys might personally feel like, they're faster than other guys on the team, and, they're not ranked that way. Or we might know someone who are faster than a certain person, and they're faster in the game. So, when you're around the guys all the time on the team, you see the raters, that's when you start to laugh, like, oh, okay, so what's really going on? But they do a great job. They do a great job at, as making players very good players on Madden.
So we've got a guy, the Mutt Guru here at Big Play. He runs our Big Play gaming division. He's an insider with the guys at Madden. We already put in a request to get your speed up a little bit. It's a little bit less than we thought it would be heading into Madden 2020.
Okay.
So anyone else on the Texans, if they need a little bit of a creep up, let me know.
Well, you can always go in and edit yourself. So
that's true. That's true.
Go in and edit yourself to where you need to be.
Well, we're still here creating ourselves in Madden. So
yeah, right. Exactly.
You're winning, my man.
Yeah. All right. Hey, Joe, we were giving our predictions earlier here. Vegas has you guys as 3-1 odds to win that division, over under 8.5 wins. Get us hyped, Joe. Why should we believe in the Texans in the 2019 season?
I mean, of course, every year is a new year. You know, you have to go out there and improve yourself. You know, stats. I mean, people can say you can win a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, you have to go out there and do your job. So, you know, that's our focus, right? You know, this year, you know, take it one game at a time. We know, you know, we are very talented, but as you all know, you know, talent doesn't just win ball games. You know, you have to go in and execute the game plan. So. That's our focus. Come in and get better every day. You know, continue to learn, continue to watch film, continue to grow, continue to build chemistry. And hey, man, we looking forward to going away with it this year.
Absolutely. So finally, Joe, tell us a little bit about your foundation and the good work you guys are doing over there.
Yeah, so we do back to school drives every year for kids. We do football camps and provide housing for families. Families whether their old house got destroyed or just trying to put a good roof over someone's head. A lot of different things. Anything we could get into in the community, like a turkey drive or for Thanksgiving and Christmas gifts for kids and Christmas time and. We try to be kind of open about it, but that's mostly the main stuff.
Very cool. Well, hey, Joe, we appreciate your time here tonight. Where can people find you on social media, my friend?
You catch me on Instagram, Spiderweb14. Catch me on Twitter, JoeWebb_14. And hey, man, go Texans.
That's right. Go Texans.
Yes.
All right, Joe. Appreciate your time tonight, my man. Take care.
All right. Thank you.
Great
Good guy.
stuff from
Love
Joe
it.
Webb.
Love it.
What a good guy.
Yeah. I love when they give candid answers to funny questions. You know what I mean? Like some people are like, oh, very serious about it. Joe Webb
he's
just
a
chopped
laid
it
back
up.
guy.
Love it.
He's a veteran. So you
Yeah,
have
he
a
gets
rookie
it.
on the show or something like that. You don't want to say something you shouldn't say. He gets it. He's like, I've been around this league for a long time.
Yeah, 10 years, man.
Great stuff, Joe Webb. Thanks for the time. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
That was a long show.
It was a long show, yeah.
But a great show.
Agreed.
Go Texans.
Yeah.
I think they're winning the division.
Is that no.
What?
Is that like a kind of
Longhorns.
like a fake hook 'em horns?
He went for a hook 'em, I
Texans
think.
kind of, they got the similar.
Why is
I
it
don't know.
tweaking like that?
Because the horns are kind of out,
No.
like this, right? No,
we'll have to have Joe Webb show you how to do that.
right.
I don't know either. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't know either.
All right, hit me with some music. Let's get out of here once more. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for sticking around for the Joe
Ladies and
Webb
gentlemen, please take your
interview.
seats. The show is about to
Always
begin.
forget about that guy. We will see you next week.